Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing on this Super Bowl Sunday morning? I thought today, since I don't know about you guys, but I don't watch Super Bowl, so I think we're going to be going fishing this afternoon. We're trying to learn how to catch us some salmon out of the river, and we live right around the corner from the river. So I got a fishing pole for Christmas, and we've been spending the last few weekends going out and trying to figure out how to do that, because I really don't have a clue, but you gotta start somewhere, right? So that's what our afternoon's gonna look like, because believe it or not, my husband doesn't watch football either. So today I thought I would show you how I store my fabric on mini bolts. It makes for a really nice display. It's really inexpensive way to store your fabric, and it's simple and easy. So let me show you what I do. First off, I start by going to Walmart and picking up foam core sheets. You guys have all seen these. Walmart has them for 88 cents a sheet, so it's a really good deal. You can get, if you go other places, they'll be like $2 each, and that's just too much. So just go to Walmart, get the Ross brand ones are 88, I think they're 88 cents each. So you'll take your foam core board, and you're gonna cut it in half lengthwise this way, okay? So then you'll end up with two 10-inch strips, and then those 10-inch strips we're going to cut into 4 7.5-inch pieces. So after you have your 10-inch strip, then you're going to come up and you're going to take your 7.5-inch or 10.5. You know what? Let me just show you. So first up, I have a rotary cutter that I have a little piece of fabric taped around or tied around that I learned from the quilt store I work in. And I have wrote paper on it, and I have an old blade on it, and I use it for cutting things like this foam core and other paper things that you might need to cut. So I'll just lay it out on my mat, and I will cut it into a 10-inch strip. Okay, let's see if I can do this pretty quick here. Okay, so I think I was a little off there on my cutting, but then you'll end up with two 10-inch strips like this. Then you'll take each of those strips and you will cut them, and I just use my mat just like you would cut with fabric, and I'll cut them into 7.5-inch pieces from the 10-inch strip, and you will get 4 out of each strip. So out of each 20 by 30-inch foam core board, you'll get 8 fabric wraps, okay? So they're sturdy, they work great for wrapping the fabric around. And I'll just cut a bunch, and I have a stack of them sitting over there that I use when I get some new fabric in. So I'll take one of these, and then I'll take my fabric. So here's a piece of fabric I picked up the other day. And you can use this for anything for about a ½ yard up. Anything, you know, a fat quarter is a little bit too small to wrap around it, but anything from about a ½ yard up. So I will take my fabric, and I'm going to tilt this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I will, using my mat, I will fold it into thirds till it's at about 9.5 inches wide. Okay, so I use my numbers on my mat over here, and I want it to be about 9.5 inches wide, so it's smaller than the foam core board. Okay, then I will take my foam core board, and I'll lay it. I hope the lighting's not too bad here. It's looking a little blown out, but hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more here. There, that's a little bit better. Okay, so, and I'll start at the end, and I'll just wrap my fabric that's now about 9.5 inches. Okay, I think I lost you for a second, but it came back. Okay, so I'll just fold it a little bit around, and then I'll do a fold. And then I'll take my other end and I'll fold it up into like a triangle shape. Okay? Do that. And then I'll fold this again, and then I'm going to take my triangle shape and wrap it around my board. And then I'll take a T-pin, which look like this. They're little T-pins. And I got these at Joann's for, you know, I don't know, a couple bucks for about 100 of them. And you can just poke it into the end of the board, or you can poke it into the side too if you want to hold that little tail down. But really, you'll go and you'll put this bolt into your shelf in this direction, so that little tab is held, and then this is your front pretty side that you get to see. So that is a good way to store your fabric. It's worked really well for me. Like I said, you can use anything from about half-yard cuts up. Okay, anything smaller than that, and it'll be too small. It'll just be hard to wrap it around and to attach it. But then I take those and I put them on, I'll take some pictures and post them, but I put them on some shelves, built-in shelves that I have in my sewing room, and I just kind of sort them by color, or like I have a Christmas section, but I just sort them by color. That way when I need some fabric, I'll go and grab what I need. And then my little pieces, I have an old dresser that I use for fat quarters and scraps and stuff that are too small to wrap around the boards. So that is my little tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope everybody enjoys their Super Bowl Sunday while I am out trying to catch me some fish. Love salmon, love steelhead time right now, which from what I understand is the same thing pretty much, and hoping to catch it because it's really expensive in the store. Okay, have a good day, guys. Bye.